What time should you really go to bed after 65 if you want to protect your memory, strengthen your heart, and wake up each morning with energy and a brighter mood? For millions of older Americans, staying up late feels harmless, but it may be quietly draining health, aging the brain, and stealing joy from everyday life. This isn't just about sleep, it's about how long and how well you can truly live. Stay with me until the very end, because what you'll discover next could change not only night sleep, but the quality of every year you still deserve. Number 1. Why your sleep changes after 65 and how to turn it into your health advantage. After 65, your sleep doesn't just feel different. It truly is. The structure, depth, and timing of your rest begin to shift, not as a sign of decline, but as a natural and intelligent adaptation of your aging body. These changes may surprise you at first, especially if you've always believed in the old 8 hours is enough rule. But understanding what's happening and why can help you work with your body instead of pushing against it. The most notable change is a reduction in deep sleep, the stage responsible for physical and mental restoration. According to the American Academy of Sleep Medicine, adults over 65 spend significantly less time in this slow wave phase, up to 40% less than in their 50s. This explains why you might wake up feeling unrefreshed, even if you've been in bed all night. It's not about how long you sleep anymore. It's about how well your brain and body restore themselves during that time. Another key shift occurs in your circadian rhythm. As you age, melatonin, the hormone that prepares the body for sleep, is released earlier in the evening. Your biological sleep clock begins winding down sooner. So if you're feeling drowsy at 8:30 p.m., that's not something to ignore or fight off with TV and caffeine. It's your body asking you to follow its lead. Take the example of Edna, a 70-year-old piano teacher from Oregon. She insisted on keeping her old bedtime of 11:30 p.m., thinking it would preserve her routine, but she was waking up groggy and unfocused. After we adjusted her bedtime to 9:30 p.m. over a few weeks, she was stunned at how much her mornings improved. Her memory sharpened, her mood lifted, her blood pressure even stabilized. These changes aren't a loss of control, they're an invitation to live in harmony with your body's wisdom. The key is not to hold on to what sleep used to be, but to embrace what it can become. Better sleep after 65 isn't about going back, it's about moving forward, smarter. Number 2, don't stay up late. After 65, your body is asking for rest, not resistance. Continuing to stay up late after age 65 may seem harmless, but it can slowly wear down both physical and mental health in ways many people don't notice until they're already struggling. Research shows that the circadian rhythm, the internal clock that regulates when we sleep and wake, shifts earlier as we age. Melatonin, the hormone that triggers sleepiness, starts rising in the body earlier in the evening, often as soon as 8 o'clock or 8:30 p.m. When older adults ignore these signals and push through late into the night, they are actively working against their body's most basic recovery system. Studies from Stanford University in 2024 revealed that seniors who delay sleep by more than 2 hours past their natural drowsiness period experience increased nighttime cortisol levels. Cortisol is a stress hormone, and when elevated at night, it disrupts the deep stages of sleep that are essential for repairing the heart, brain, and immune system. Over time, this disruption contributes to higher blood pressure, memory problems, emotional instability, and even increased risk of cardiovascular disease. The effects are subtle at first: fatigue, irritability, trouble concentrating. But they compound quickly, especially when combined with age-related changes in the body. One of my patients, Frank, a 76-year-old retired mechanic, believed that his 11:45 p.m. bedtime allowed him to feel independent. However, he constantly complained of waking tired and feeling low in energy. With a bit of education and support, he agreed to adjust his bedtime by 15 minutes each week. Within a month, he was asleep by 9:45 p.m., waking earlier and feeling more refreshed. At his next checkup, his blood pressure readings had improved significantly, and he told me, "I had no idea my old bedtime was hurting me." It's not weakness to shift your routine. It's wisdom. If your body is giving you an earlier signal to rest, it's doing so for a reason. Going against that signal is like stepping on the gas while your engine needs a tune-up. Honor the changes. Protect your sleep window. You're not just going to bed. You're giving your body the time it needs to repair, heal, and stay strong for the years ahead. Number 3, going to bed between 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock p.m. could be the health reset you've been waiting for. There's something quietly revolutionary about surrendering to your body's natural rhythm. For many adults over 65, the golden window between 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock p.m. isn't just a convenient bedtime. It's an opportunity to reset the entire system. Studies from the Mayo Clinic show that people who consistently fall asleep during this window experience fewer sleep interruptions, better cardiovascular recovery, and improved morning alertness. But beyond the science lies a more profound truth. This time of night may be when your body and mind are most ready to heal. What makes this sleep window so special isn't just hormones, it's alignment. Around this time, your core body temperature begins to drop, melatonin peaks, and your heart rate slows. These are signs that your body is preparing for repair and recovery. Sleep during this phase is richer in deep and REM cycles, vital for brain detoxification, emotional balance, and immune recovery. It's not just rest, it's restoration. I recently met Henry, a 68-year-old jazz musician from New Orleans who struggled with low energy and brain fog. He said, "I stay up past midnight to unwind after gigs. It's always been my rhythm." But we introduced a new evening practice, unplugging at 8:30, lighting a lavender candle, writing one memory from the day into a gratitude notebook, and playing soft vinyl jazz as he got ready for bed. By week 3, he was asleep by 9:45, waking without an alarm, and had more focus and clarity during rehearsals. "I thought winding down meant losing myself," he told me. "Turns out, it helped me come back to myself." This is what makes early sleep so powerful. It's not a punishment. It's a return. A ritual. A gift. If you think of bedtime not as a deadline, but as a doorway, you might begin to see it differently. The hours between 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock p.m. are like nature's invitation to stop striving and start restoring. Say yes. Put the world down. Let your body rise again by simply letting it rest. This hour may hold the health you've been quietly longing for all along. Number 4. Aligning your sleep with nature's rhythm could strengthen your mind, heart, and spirit. The body isn't just aging, it's adapting. And when we align our sleep habits with the rhythm nature intended, we unlock healing that medication often can't reach. After the age of 65, your system becomes more sensitive to timing. Sleep isn't just about duration, it's about synchronization. Going to bed at the right time allows critical processes to begin on schedule, especially those involving memory consolidation, emotional regulation, and cardiovascular recovery. Harvard Medical School's 2024 sleep study confirmed that when seniors adjusted their bedtime to align with their natural melatonin cycle, typically between 9 o'clock and 9:45 p.m., they experienced not only deeper sleep, but measurable improvements in heart rate variability and next morning cognitive tests. These aren't abstract benefits, they're real, felt, and deeply personal. I remember Julia, a 73-year-old retired nurse from Vermont, who confessed she hadn't remembered her grandchildren's names during a holiday gathering. Her bedtime was erratic, often past midnight. We worked on aligning her routine with nature's rhythm. Sunlight walks at 8 o'clock a.m., winding down with herbal tea at 8:30 p.m., and sleeping in a cool, dark room by 9:30. Within a month, her recall sharpened, her anxiety eased, and she said, It's like the fog lifted. The reason this works is simple. The body, when given consistency, becomes efficient. Hormones begin to fire in harmony. The glymphatic system, responsible for clearing waste from the brain, operates most efficiently during the early hours of the night. Blood pressure naturally dips during aligned sleep, reducing strain on the heart. Emotionally, people report greater calm, more resilience, and even a restored sense of meaning. This alignment doesn't require radical change, just gentle consistency, a calming wind-down routine, a set sleep window, exposure to morning sunlight, and the willingness to trust that your body knows what it's doing. There's something sacred in giving your body the sleep it was designed to receive. Not rushed, not forced, just honored. When your sleep aligns with the natural world, it doesn't just help you rest. It enables you to return to yourself, whole and strong. Aging, then, becomes not a slow fade, but a deeper rhythm, a wiser kind of vitality. Number 5, a simple step-by-step sleep reset plan that works for adults. Over 65. Improving sleep after 65 doesn't require a drastic change. What it needs is steady guidance and a gentle return to the body's natural rhythm. The most effective results often come from small, consistent steps, backed by both clinical experience and sleep science. Begin by identifying the current bedtime. If sleep typically begins at 11:30 p.m., the goal isn't to jump straight to 9:30 p.m., but to gradually shift using a proven method. Adjust bedtime earlier by 15 minutes every 5 to 7 days. This gradual pace helps the brain adapt without triggering resistance. Maintain each new bedtime for a whole week, including weekends, before adjusting again. Over a few weeks, the body's internal clock naturally begins to realign. To reinforce this shift, get 20 to 30 minutes of morning sunlight exposure within 30 minutes of waking. Natural light helps stabilize the circadian rhythm and promotes serotonin production, which later converts to melatonin in the evening. In the evening, establish a consistent wind-down routine, starting 60 to 90 minutes before bedtime. This can include turning off bright screens, dimming room lights, reading under soft lighting, or listening to calming music. Writing down a few thoughts from the day or listing what went well can quiet a racing mind. Gentle breathing exercises or stretching may also help signal the body that it's time to rest. Avoid caffeine after 2 o'clock p.m. and complete dinner by 7 o'clock p.m. Opt for lighter meals to minimize indigestion and frequent nighttime awakenings. Maintain a bedroom temperature between 65 degrees and 68 degrees, and ensure the room is dark and quiet. A white noise machine can help block outside sounds if needed. The key is consistency. When sleep and wake times become predictable, the body responds with more profound, more restorative sleep. It may take a few weeks, but the improvement in energy, mood, and memory is often remarkable. This isn't just a routine. It's a powerful act of care. A nightly rhythm built around calm, light, warmth, and gentle transition reminds the body that it's safe to let go. In that letting go, healing begins, not just overnight, but in every part of daily life. Number 6. Sleep is the silent healer, protecting memory, the heart, and inner peace. After 65, what if the most potent medicine for aging well wasn't found in a bottle, but in the quiet hours of the night? After 65, sleep becomes far more than rest. It becomes protection. It becomes clear. It becomes the bridge between who we were and who we still have the power to be. Deep within the early hours of sleep, particularly between 9 o'clock p.m. and midnight, the brain begins its most essential work. According to groundbreaking research from Johns Hopkins University, the glymphatic system activates during this window. It is a cleansing network that washes away waste proteins, including beta-amyloid, which is closely linked to memory loss and Alzheimer's disease. When sleep is delayed or interrupted, this process is disrupted. The brain holds on to what it was supposed to release. Over time, this accumulation can not only rob a person of their memory, but also of connection, expression, and the moments that define a meaningful life. Sleep also eases the heart's load. In healthy rest, blood pressure gently dips, allowing the heart muscle to relax and recover. This nightly pause is essential. When it's missing, the heart stays in defense mode. More pressure, more wear, more risk. Studies from the American Heart Association show that older adults with consistent early sleep patterns have stronger cardiovascular recovery, and in many cases, reduced reliance on medications. Yet the benefit that touches most profoundly is the one no scan can measure: emotional healing. Sleep after 65 holds space for grief to soften, for worries to settle, and for a quiet kind of hope to return. It is in these hours that cortisol, the stress hormone, drops, and serotonin begins to rise. People often describe waking not just feeling well-rested, but also feeling lighter, more able to smile, more ready to care. This is not just science, it's soul. In a life full of change and letting go, sleep becomes one of the few places where healing still happens effortlessly. Not through force, not through effort, but through surrender. When we say yes to sleep at the right time, we are saying yes to a wiser, gentler version of ourselves. And that, after everything we've lived through, may be the most powerful act of self-love there is. Number 7. Embracing better sleep is an investment in the years you still deserve to live fully. At a time in life when so much feels out of your control, health, energy, even the pace of the world, there is something both powerful and reassuring in knowing that sleep is still yours to shape. And not just any sleep, but the kind that restores, protects, and prepares you for the life you still have ahead. The decision to honor sleep isn't about giving up. It's about stepping into more profound clarity, steadier moods, sharper memory, and a body that feels more supported. According to recent findings by the National Institute on Aging, adults over 65 who consistently follow an earlier, aligned sleep schedule between 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock p.m. are more likely to remain independent longer, report fewer hospitalizations, and experience slower cognitive decline over 5 years. But statistics only tell part of the story. What matters is how those extra moments of rest ripple into daily life. Waking up with less confusion, feeling more grounded when speaking to a loved one, remembering birthdays, recipes, hymns from childhood. These are not just functions of a rested brain. They are glimpses of a life that still belongs to you entirely. Some people believe it's too late to change. However, the science and the stories contradict this. Many of the most dramatic improvements in energy and emotional stability happen within just 2 to 4 weeks of consistent, earlier sleep. The brain is resilient, the heart responds, the body listens, especially when it feels safe again. And creating that safety doesn't require perfection. It requires patience, a willingness to adjust, and a belief that you are still worth caring for, not just by others, but by yourself. Every night that you choose to sleep with intention, you are investing in clearer mornings, steadier days, and more meaningful time with the people you love. Sleep is not an afterthought. It is the foundation beneath everything you hope to enjoy. Choosing better sleep now is not about looking back. It's about looking forward. It's about moving forward with strength, clarity, and quiet joy. You haven't run out of time. You've just been given a new way to live it well. If there's one truth to take from what you've just heard, it's this: your body is wiser than you think. After 65, sleep isn't just something you do. It's something you need to honor. The timing, the rhythm, the way you prepare for rest, they all matter more now than ever. By going to bed earlier, aligning with your body's natural rhythms, and treating sleep as a sacred time, you're not just avoiding fatigue. You're protecting your memory, your heart, your peace of mind. This isn't about perfection. It's about awareness. About making one small change tonight that could ripple through every part of your life tomorrow. And if you've felt seen, if you've felt understood, then don't keep it to yourself. Share this video. Let it reach someone you love. Someone who stays up late, not knowing the cost. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. What time do you usually go to bed, and what change are you willing to try? And if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to our channel now. We're building a community that believes aging doesn't mean fading. It means growing stronger, more intelligent, and more connected. Explore our other videos to discover more truths like this, grounded in science and filled with heart. Thank you for watching our story. Wishing you a peaceful night, a clear mind, and a new beginning, starting with deep and good night's sleep.